بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Okay, so as mentioned on Monday, we'll be going through a thorough revision, inshallah. A revision for our test on Monday, inshallah. This revision is very simple. I went through the first 4 lessons, as I mentioned, and I want everyone to basically look at that file I sent on WhatsApp. This is like a little revision sheet that I came up with, giving a debrief or a summary of every lesson all the way until the 4th one. We're still missing the 5th and the 6th. So I want everyone to look at the first lesson. Inshallah, we'll be covering the first summary of of lesson number 1. So lesson number 1, it's like approximately 4 to 5 pages in our book, as we could see. We can go to lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 is all this. As mentioned before, brothers and sisters, it's very important that you go through the vocabs yourself. Vocabs is extremely important. I'm not going to be teaching you the vocabs in the revision sheet. That's your responsibility to go through the vocab lists yourself. I believe one of the sisters, she also compiled all the vocabs into one PDF. It was also shared with you guys. So I want you guys to go through all the vocabs yourself. This is lesson number 1, Ad-Dars al-Awwal. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 pages. 7 pages in the book. What I've done over here, I made it very simple. I kept it this small, as you can see right here. Extremely small. So I start off with lesson number 1. We need to understand what's a mubtada and a khabar. They don't teach it in the book per se. However, they did teach us what mubtada and khabar is in the Tasil al-Nahwa book. Mubtada is literally mentioned there, subject. And khabar is mentioned there as well, predicate. Every sentence has a subject and a predicate. And the example I gave was هذا كتاب. The هذا over here is mubtada and the kitabun is khabar. It translates as this book. As we learned, brothers and sisters, in lesson number 1, all we cover is the word hada. This. Correct? So again, you gotta go through the vocabs yourself. هذا كتاب, هذا بيت, هذا مسجد, هذا كرسي, هذا قلم, etc. I explained over here in red. Yes. Okay. I explained in red over here. A noun cannot have an alif, and I forgot over here. I missed the part over here. An alif and tanween at the same time. So we have a noun cannot have an alif and tanween. Again, I'm going to share this with you guys again, so you guys could go through it. Tanween at the same time. And I'll highlight it for you once again. So we look at this word. So we understand this, right? Noun cannot have alif, lam, and tanween at the same time. As we look at this example right here, there is an alif, lam, and there's also a tanween, al-baytun. This is a big no-no. This is a big error. We cannot do this. So whenever we write something, we should always be careful and to make sure it either starts off with an alif, lam, or it does not have an alif, lam, it will have a tanween. That's it. You pick one path. You don't pick 2 paths at the same time. And then in lesson number 1, we also learn a couple of interrogative pronouns. Interrogative, yani questions. You're asking questions, right? In lesson number 1, if you're to go through, you'll find a letter A, which means is. So ahada kitabun, what does that translate as? Ahada kitab? Is this a book?
This.
Ma is what?
What?
What? Ma hada.
Ma is ma.
What is this? Man is who? Man hada. Who is this? And they teach that in lesson number one, right? And they also teach two more particles in lesson number one, which are affirmative and negative particles. Naam is yes, and la is nope. That's all lesson number one. Again, what you got to do yourself is just learn the vocabs. هذا كتاب هذا بيت هذا مسجد هذا كرسي, and know that when you put an alif lam or tanween together in one word, that's totally incorrect. Know the interrogative pronouns is what, who, ma, man. And affirmative and negative particles, we know this. We know la is no and naam is yes. Lesson number,
Brother,
yes,
so for this lesson, the one al baitun. So the correct version is gonna be either al baitu or baitun, right?
correct,
Just
correct,
clarify. Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Correct, yes, exactly. It's either tanween or alif lam.
Okay.
You don't choose both together at the same time. Correct.
Okay.
Then we will get to the translation in lesson number three of like the
Okay.
difference. I hope you already know the difference, but we will get to that. I wrote it down right here. Definite and indefinite. So lesson number
Uh,
two now. We will lesson number two is very simple. We learned what hada is, which is this. We're gonna learn what dhalika is, and we learned that in lesson number two. Dhalika is that, and it translates right here. That. That's all. That. And along with dhalika, we come with a new particle in this lesson. They start using the particle wa. Wa is and. So you could be like, هذا مسجد وذلك بيت. What does that translate as? Listen to my sentence carefully and say it. We gotta learn how to understand Arabic by listening as well, right? Not just looking at the text. هذا مسجد وذلك بيت.
This is a masjid and that is a house.
Correct. This is the masjid and that is a house. What is an? And that's all. That's all you gotta learn in this lesson. Dhalika and what. Again,
Did was there also not tilka?
no. Did we do tilka? I can't remember.
I
Can
forgot.
someone verify?
Tilka, yes, you've done before.
It's in lesson number two?
I
Let me see.
maybe 3, 4 or something. I listened to it, or it was
Oh.
Tilka. That is
Okay.
the female version. Female version.
Yeah, but did it come in the book though? I was on to double check that. I don't think it came in the book though. But in lesson number two, I don't see any tilka. If someone could verify, I appreciate that. But I don't see any tilka in lesson number two as of now. Maybe it was an extra information that I gave. Uh, Again, the test will be from the book. It's not like I'm gonna listen to the extra information that I get, unless we did cover it. Again, I could make mistakes.
I don't remember covering Tilka, by the way.
But Tilka, probably I gave it myself, right? It was like extra information
Okay.
from my end, right? Not from the book.
Yeah, I don't
Wallahu
Yes.
think either.
Correct. Okay. So let's go back. Lesson number three now. Lesson number three for Auntie Manju who came online and she was like Al Baytun. That's exactly what it explains over here. The difference between Al and Tanween. Lesson number three explains all that. It explains what a definite, and an indefinite noun is. It teaches those two things: definite versus indefinite. So we look at definite. What's definite? It's when the word has an alif lam. When any word has an alif lam, when any noun, obviously we're talking about nouns, right? When the word is specific to a noun. When any noun has an alif lam, it's definite. So al baytu, the house. It translates as the. And indefinite translates as when the word has a tanween. When any word has a tanween, baytun, masjidun, kursiyun, it's indefinite. It'll be a house, a masjid, a car, a book. And we could do the examples right here. The al-qalamu, as you can see right here, al-qalamu is the pen. Qalamun is a pen. Do we see that? And we can apply this for every word. All the words that we learned in this in the vocab list, we could apply all of them with the same exact rule. Al is for Al is for definite, and tanween is for indefinite. Now we need to talk about the in lesson number three. They also talk about adjectives. We learned, remember, al qalamu maksurun. The pen is broken. Al-babu maftuhun. The door is open. So that's exactly what I explained right here. Descriptive adjectives. From what we covered until now, these adjectives will always have a tanween at the end and will not start with an alif lam. Always have a tanween at the end. That's already given, right? When something has a tanween at the end, what does that mean? It's not going to have an alif lam. But I just mention it to you guys so that you guys don't get confused. You guys don't get mixed up. From all the adjectives that we learn, they will always come without an alif lam. They'll always come with a tanween. So, for example, al-qalamu, the pen, maksur is broken. Let me write the word maksur down so many people may not know, or many people may forget. Right here, the pen is broken. All right. Al-qalamu maksurun. If someone were to say this as al-qalamu al-maksuru, incorrect. Incorrect. Then it becomes a whole different translation, right? This translation will be, you know what will this translation be, guys? If it's correct grammatically in a different subject, in a different discussion though. Who can translate al-qalamu al-maksuru? No. It translates as the broken pen. You're describing it now. Because then you're missing the predicate. Because the broken pen, what about the broken pen? But when you say the pen is broken, it's subject predicate. It gives the full sentence. Correct? So it's correct. But if you were to ever say al-qalamul maksur, then you got to be like, explain it. Al-qalamul maksuru ala al-maktab? Yeah, that makes sense. The broken pen is on the table. Yeah, that's something else. But as an adjective, no. We're not going to put the alif lam right now. As I mentioned over here, from what we learned, what we covered until now, all the adjectives will be without an alif lam and always be with a tanween. Is that clear? For lesson number 3, everyone. Definite and indefinite. That's all. Just got to know the al-baytu and baytun. Any questions, lesson number 3? Did I miss anything in lesson number 3? I think it's the same. I just think it's filled with vocabs. Lesson number 3 has a lot of vocabs, a lot of new words. Lesson number 4. Huruf jar. Particles which give a kasra to the i'rab. What's an i'rab, guys? What's an i'rab? We should know what this is by now.
The last vowel.
The last vowel. The last vowel. We learned this before, right? I'rab is called the last vowel. Is i'rab. Okay? Particles which give a kasra to the i'rab, to the last vowel. We learned in lesson number 4, 4 of them. They come in 2 different sections. First, I think the book starts off with fi and ala, in and on. And after, I think, 3 pages of consecutive examples, they go to min and ila, to and from. All 4 of these particles, they give a kasra. You were to add any noun after these 4 particles, any noun after these 4 particles, they will all end up with a what? Kasra. Is that clear? And I give examples here. So we look at the word. We look at the particle ila, correct? Ila, ilal bayti. Do we see that? Ilal bayti, to the house. Fil bayti, in the house. How about over here? There's no alif lam in the bayt. What is it? No, from. There's no alif lam on the. I was tricking you guys. That's why I put it in. I put a lot of marks over here so that it confuse you guys. Who could translate that for me? Number 3, min. From.
A house.
From a house. This is why there's no alif lam, and you can see you can see that tanween, the clear tanween on the ta at the end. Because there's no alif lam. It changed the whole translation. It changes everything. Min baytin translates as from a house. He came from a house. Which house we do not know. Ala al bayti, on the house. Do we see that, brothers and sisters? Also, in lesson number 4, we start getting introduced to pronouns for a man and a female. huwa is for he. And also, one more thing. What's huwa for, guys? I missed it over here. It's for he and
It.
It.
it. It. What's it? I'm going to write in brackets
Male.
masculine,
Mhm.
male. She is also a hiya is for she and also it, but for
Feminine.
feminine. Feminine. So if I were to say, for example, I were to say, أين المدرسة? Where is the school? Are you going to use hiya or huwa? أين المدرسة? Here,
Here,
because here. If I were to say أين المسجد, are you going to use here or huwa? Huwa,
Huwa.
right? Again, you could say the masjid is, you could say al masjidu, you could say that, but in Arabic, we to make sentences easier for speech, we use pronouns. No, no, no. Adam, تعال تعال أعطني 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 روح روح من هون روح من هون ممنوع ممنوع خذ واحد فقط
روح.
بس. Sorry. So yeah, huwa is for he and it. So if we were to say Aina Muhammad, where's Muhammad? What are you gonna say? Huwa. Make a sentence, guy. Make a sentence. We know a little bit Arabic by now. Say he's in the masjid. Huwa fil masjid. If I were to say, guys, Aina Fatima, where's Fatima? Can someone translate that for me by saying she is at home? She is in the house. Can someone translate that for me?
ما في بيتك.
هي في بيتي.
هي في البيت. She's in the house. Right. And now over here on the lesson number 4, we also learned 2 more new interrogative pronouns. So I highlighted them in light blue because those are also interrogative pronouns. We learned 5 altogether now. A, ma, man. Another 2 interrogative pronouns we learned is aina. Aina is where. Where. And mada is what. Ma and mada share the same meaning. The difference is in speech, and I'll explain that some other time. I don't want to confuse you guys right now. Mada and ma are the same exact thing. We have ma for what and mada for what.
I'm just taking class actually right now.
Uncle Hassan, your mic is unmuted. Along with this, lesson number 4, we also learned 2 verbs. First time learning verbs. We never came across any verbs until lesson number 4. And the 2 verbs were ذهب and kharaja. And both were past tense, as I wrote over here. He went and he left. And both are masculine. Both are masculine. We did not learn any feminine verbs until this point. Lesson number 4. Any questions on lesson number 4? Again, guys, you just have to read this thoroughly and learn all the vocabs. You'll do very good in the test, inshallah. Any questions on lesson number 4 until this point? Anyone?
Yes, Uncle. So actually, I apologize. I did not still do the recap for the recording. So which one in general considers
Yeah.
as masculine and which one considers as feminine? Like
So anything that has any word that ends with a ta marbuta, this right here, ta, these tas,
mhm.
it's a given that is feminine. So we look at the word madrasa, madrasa, madrasa. It has the little ta there. So this is a feminine word.
Okay.
It's 3 types, right? Things which are feminine. So there are 3 types, right? Things which are they have signs of femininity, like this one right here. Number 2 is I'm not going to keep this here. I'll give this. I'll send it to you guys another time. Things which are feminine by meaning at all times. For example, the word in Arabic means mother. Do you see that ta at the end of the word
No.
No, it's still going to be feminine. So you're going to use hiya for it. For example, the word
Girl.
bint. Exactly. Do you see that little circle ta at the end? No, you don't see
No.
it. It's still feminine. And the last one are feminine just by grammar. The grammarians of Arabic, the people of the past, they consider it to be feminine. Therefore, we consider it to be feminine. The Quran mentioned it with a feminine tense or feminine gender. We follow the same as well. For example, in lesson number 6, we've done it. No, lesson number 6, correct. The last lesson, we learned words like famun, mouth, udhunun, ear.
Mhm.
A person who's speaking the language, they're not gonna know like a ear is feminine. How can it be feminine, right? But it is grammatically feminine. So those are the 3 types. So when it comes to feminine verbs, feminine words, sorry, nouns, when it comes to this type, the one where you cannot differentiate, you just have to know it because the Arabs speak like that. Those are all in lesson number 6. You'll see in
Okay.
lesson number 6. Yeah, inshallah, I'll try making a list tomorrow of all the feminine words, which are just feminine based on Arab speakers from lesson number 6. I'll give them a list. I'll give you guys a list. Maybe you're looking at maybe 12, 13 words which look weird. They don't have any signs of femininity. However, they're feminine. Is that clear? So you have 3
Yeah,
types. One is with
got
the
it.
ta marbuta, circle ta. One
Mhm.
is it's feminine by meaning, and the last one is it's feminine by grammar. The grammarians, people who spoke Arabic, they kept it feminine without any signs.
Got it. Jazakallah khair.
Perfect.
And then
Wait,
rest of it are all are masculine.
all masculine after that. Everything else is masculine.
Jazakallah khairan, brother.
Wayak.
Brother, this information, we'll be able to see this, what you are showing right now in the class.
This is recorded. However, this page right here, I'm gonna share it with you guys when I already shared it one time. I'm gonna share it with you guys again when I complete lesson number 5 and 6. I'll do it with you guys right now. Maybe not 6, but 5. I'll definitely complete it. This will all be shared in the group, inshallah. Are you talking about the recording, or are you talking about the
Talking about
page?
this colorful page.
Yes, it'll be shared. It'll be shared. I already shared it one time. I'll share it again, inshallah. When I complete it fully, I'll share it again. Is that clear?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So lesson number 5. This is where everyone has a hard time. Lesson number 5 is the hardest one, and it's hard in this. I don't want to confuse you guys or get you guys a little frustrated. It's easy, but it's the most intricate one from all 6 lessons. That's the truth. It's easy, but it's the most intricate one from all 6 lessons. And that is possession. Mudaf, mudaf ilayh, right? Again, I'm going to make it very simple so that we understand it. It's a lot of writing, a lot of text, which will intimidate you guys. But again, it's very easy. So listen, this is lesson number 5. Okay, lesson number 5. Mudaf, mudaf ilayh. That's exactly what we learn here. Possession. Okay, so let me write the review sheet. Let me write in the review sheet so you guys can follow along with me. So we have 2 words. I read it in black. We have mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Mudaf, mudaf ilayh. Now, what are these, right? Can someone translate the first one for me? It is a revision, right? But I want you guys to know it as well. Can someone translate the first one for you? Mudaf,
Possession
possession, correct.
and possessor.
We have possession and possessor.
Sir.
So are you sure? Okay. So Uncle Hassan, since you said that to me, can you also tell me an example give me an example of that?
Al-Siyara.
Sayyara what? So possession.
Okay. أين سيارة?
No. You said أين سيارة.
هذا سيارتي.
No. You're being a little smart here, mashallah. I mean, sayyarati is like technically possession, but I don't want it this style.
Okay.
I want it under someone else's name. So let's say Muhammad's car.
هذا سيارك.
No. Muhammad's car.
هذا هذا سيارة محمد.
Muhammadin. Muhammadin. So sayyaratu Muhammadin. So mudaf is possession and mudaf ilay is the too many S's here. Possessor, right? So that's it. Possession and possessor. And the way it works in Arabic, brothers and sisters, as we will see right here. Simple. This is a very simple concept in Arabic. So the possession can never, the possession can never have in alif lam. Never. Possession can never have alif lam. The possession can never have an alif lam, right? So and it will obviously start off with, by default, it will never have an alif lam nor tanween. Nor tanween. So I don't want anyone to say kitabun Muhammadin, guys. That's incorrect. I'll show you guys right now. The possessor can never have an alif lam nor tanween. So what will it start off with?
Possessor or the possession? It is the which one correct?
Possession. This is the possession. This is the possession. I'm talking about the possession. Mudaf. So the possession can never have an alif lam nor tanween. It cannot have an alif lam or tanween. Just take them out of there. SubhanAllah. I'm sorry. So, for example, I will give you guys an example right now in black. So we have al-kitabu and kitabun. For example, so what did I do here? I gave an example of alif lam. I also give an example of tanween, right? Al-kitabu and kitabu will ultimately transform. Okay, this is will ultimately become what? Anyone can someone read the vowel for me? Kita. What would it be?
Kitab.
Bin.
Kitabu.
Kitab.
Kitabu. No, kitabu. Start off with this is the possession, right? Kitabu. So kitabun and kitab. For example, any word. Bring the word baytun. Bring the word al-baytu. If we were to bring it into possession, it will always become baytu with one dhamma. I'm gonna highlight this dhamma right here, so you guys don't get confused. With one dhamma. Obviously, guys, I don't want to. This is again knowledge that I've mentioned in the past. Can this dhamma be changed, guys? Yes, it can be changed in accordance to whatever is before it. If a fee is there, what does fee do automatically? What we learned before, guys. What does fee do? If fee gives a kasra, but I'm talking about by default, it should be a dhamma. Okay, it should be a dhamma. Okay, and now we talk about the possessor. The possession can never have an alif lam nor tanween. Now move to the next part, next stage. We have the possessor. Write it in black. The possessor is the opposite. The possessor could have an alif lam or no alif lam. The possessor could have an alif lam or then مدام ممنوع. However, kasra. That's all, guys. I'm gonna highlight the word kasra, so you guys don't get confused. The possessor could have an alif lam or tanween. However, it will end with a kasra. So if I were to add the brother Muhammad, right? Muhammad is a name. Obviously, you're not gonna put an alif lam before it, right? So Muhammadun will become Muhammadin. Will become Muhammadin. Muhammadun will become Muhammadin. So now, for example, if we were to put this rule and the other rule together, we have one rule here. And we have another rule here. If we were to put them together, what's going to be the example, guys? If we were to put both rules together, sorry, wrong marker. What's going to be the rule, guys? So the possession is what? What's the possession?
Kitabu.
Kitabu. Who's the possessor? Muhammad, right?
Muhammadin.
So it's going to be,
Muhammad.
that's all, guys. That's all. Literally, that's how all the possessions work. Now, if I were to say, and this is what I want to test you guys. Let's go one by one. I don't want the same people repeating the answer because it's an important class. I want someone else to talk, right? Again, I mean, everyone is free to answer. Now let's use two words. Let's use the word miftah. I'm not going to put any vowels. Let's look at the word miftah. We know what miftah is. It's a key. Let's look at the word miftah and let's look at the word bait. How do I say the house keys in Arabic? Apply this rule.
مفتاح
Miftahun.
بيتي.
Correct. مفتاح البيت.
Right.
مفتاح البيت. مفتاح البيت. This is the correct way. مفتاح because obviously alif lam, obviously, right? You're not gonna put a double kasra, right? That's incorrect, guys. You don't want to make that mistake. مفتاح البيت. Good job. How do you say in Arabic Hamid's Hamid's horse. Hisan is horse, right? Hisan. And Hamid is a guy. He's the possessor. How do you say Hamid's horse?
Hisanu Hamidin.
Good job. Hisanu Hamidin. We just gotta flip it around, right? We understand that, right? Good job. I mean, it's very simple possession. I just feel like many of our students had a hard time with mudaf ilayh. It's extremely simple. It just now listen. I'm gonna write something over here. From this part onwards, if there is a what do you call it? What did I call it over here? Particle. If there is a particle which gives a kasra before the mudaf. I'll make it clear, guys. I mean, I'm just writing it quick. If there's a particle which gives a kasra before the mudaf, then the mudaf and the possession will also get a kasra. Is that true? It is true. For example, how would I say on Hamid's house? On, I'm not even gonna write it down. I want you guys to think about it. On, the words on is right here, right? On Hamid's house. So it's still Hamid's house. It's possession, but I'm saying on now. On Hamid's house. Can someone give this a try?
Baitu.
Nope.
على بيت حميدين.
Good job. Ala bayti. See how this possession changed now? It was supposed to be by default by two, right? It changed now, and it only changed because of ala, the particle ala, because ala gives a kasra. Ala bayti hamidin. Ala bayti hamidin. And this is exactly what happens in our book. And guys, look right here. In this book, look at it. Darsul Khamis. So we have over here قلم من هذا يا علي. We have أين دفتر عمار. Let's see where they bring a particle. Yeah, look right here. Right here. من بيت المدرس. From the teacher's house. See, that's the example that I gave right now. when a particle of kasra is called huruf jar, comes before the mudaf, then the mudaf will change accordingly. It will get a kasra. So over here, people may get confused because look, guys, we have double kasra. We have a kasra. Oh, sorry. We have double kasra. We have a kasra here and a kasra here. See that? So people will be like, oh, why the double kasra? No, it's like a double kasra because of the min that's right before it. The min right before it is what's causing it. They're still possessor and possessor. No one's changing that. It's just the min that gave it a kasra. So now what we learned ultimately, guys, is what now? Is this statement true? That along with these particles, the mudaf ilay also gives a kasra. Is that correct or wrong?
Yes.
It's correct. It's a correct statement, right? Because if I were to ever ask you guys as a multiple choice, because it's two things. I'm not write this down in the review sheet, but you guys should know. Are the huruf jar the only things that give a kasra? You're gonna be like, no. It's not the only thing that gives kasra, because we also learned in lesson number 5 that mudaf ilay also gives kasra. Kitabu hamidin. Is not hamidu or hamidi. Is that clear for lesson number 5?
So basically, when these huruf create condition,
Yeah.
right?
Say it again. Let's repeat that again.
Okay. So basically, when these particles, huruf,
Yeah.
they're creating some sort of condition.
Positive. Yes.
Yeah.
We learned this before. They're causative particles. They cause the i'rab, the last vowel of the letter, to change. They're causative particles. There are some particles which are not causative. For example, like thumma or aina. Look at the word aina. Right? Aina is technically a particle, right? Look at it. Our interrogative pronouns. It's technically a particle. Does it change anything? When you look at aina, if I were to ask aina kitab, where is the book? Is it going to be aina al-kitaba or aina al-kitabi? Or is it going to be default? Aina al-kitabu. Default, right? Aina al-kitabu. So yeah, these are causative particles, meaning they cause a change, which is a kasra. Let's see what else I missed in lesson number 5. Lesson number 5, we learned a couple of new words, guys. I want you guys to learn them. I'm going to put them in the review sheet. We learned the word tahta. Look at the word tahta, guys. Tahta is a word that also gives a kasra. That's another statement. That's another truthful statement that I made right now. Tahta is one of the exclusive words. I'm gonna write this separately, inshallah. I'm gonna write this separately in the
We have to
review.
postpone the exam. Too many things to remember between
No,
now.
it's actually no, it's very easy. You have the whole, alhamdulillah, you have the whole weekend. It's gonna be extremely easy. And I'm not gonna even touch lesson number 6 yet, because lesson number 6 is literally lesson number 1, but feminine, hadihi. That's all. Lesson number 5 is where it gets technical. So we learned a new word over here, tahta. I'm gonna write that in the review sheet. I'm not gonna write it right now. We also learned hunaka. What does hunaka mean, guys?
Here.
No, huna is
There.
here and over there, right? Is that what you said? Over there. And what else is there? Let's see. Let's see what else is there. One second. Sorry. Let's see what else is there. I think that's all. Lesson number 5. We just have to learn how to how the mudaf ilay work. Ibnu Ammarin. Yes. Kharaja. Same exact. Yeah, same exact. Nothing new. Everything is same old. So yes, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna update this sheet, inshallah. I'm gonna fix this text right here. I'm gonna make that clear. I'm gonna erase all the unnecessary examples, and inshallah, I'll share this with you guys. I'll put lesson number 6 as well, just so people could be content. All the lessons, all the work is all filled up in one page. This is about it. That's it. All you guys got to do after that is just learn the vocabs and apply it. Any questions with regards to this review sheet? I'm gonna complete it tonight, inshallah, and I'll send it to you guys late night tonight. Any questions regarding the test? It's gonna be easy test, guys. I'm just seeing who if the class is participating. As a teacher, it's my responsibility, right? It's an amana. It's not just for you guys to just for you to have the class and no one's participating, right? I want you guys to learn this language. Again, I said it's a serious matter. Arabic is a very serious matter. It's not a joke. We have to try our best to understand the Quran. It's the language that Allah spoke to the Prophet ﷺ in. It's the language of the Quran. It's very important, right? So this is why I give importance to it. If it was a science class, if yeah, I won't care if students are not participating, right? Not a big deal. But it's Arabic, very important. So yes, this exam will be a motivation. Again, you see, I'm pulling this exam. People are getting frustrated now. They're studying harder. You see, it's a way to make people study, right? Alhamdulillah. People are getting frustrated. People are, I'm slacking. Again, no one's slacking. I made it very easy for you guys. I'm gonna make it very easy. It's only 6 lessons from this point onwards. After the test, inshallah, on Monday, on Thursday, a new fresh start. We'll start with the next lesson, lesson number 6, and we'll continue, inshallah. We'll continue all the way till Ramadan. And I know I mentioned 30 classes. We already reached more than halfway through. We're like at lesson number, class number 20 by now. However, we'll continue, inshallah. As long as it takes, we'll finish this book, and I want everyone to participate. So is that clear? The only way for you guys to pass, once again, is learn all the vocabs. Please learn the vocabs. Take your time, memorize it. You have to repeat, repeat. Like as the scholars mentioned, how back then they would repeat kal ghurab. Like they would just keep on repeating like a crow. You know how a crow keeps on making noise? It keeps on cawing, whatever you call that sound. They would repeat. They would keep on repeating until they memorized it. So memorize those words, even if you have to continuously repeat. And for the people online and on site, the test will be online. Again, Allah's watching, right? No one cheat. Please be honest.
It's not going to be in the class time. It's going to be like your own time.
No, it'll be during class time. It'll be during the same time, but it'll be online. People will have access to it online. I'm trying to figure out the layout. How's the test going to be? It'll be very easy. It's either we do it together, or we have it separated on a page, and everyone just complete it. So again, man ghashana falaysa minna. Whoever cheats is not among us. We try our best to not cheat, right? Allah's watching. I give this example. When I was studying abroad, there was one of my students, subhanallah. He was doing Arabic class, right? He was doing Arabic class, and this was before my time. Like I got there when they were already in the 3rd year. So during first year of Arabic course, when they were studying Arabic, they had an Arabic exam, right? And in that exam, one of the questions were, Inna Allah sami'un basir. That indeed Allah is all hearing, all watching. Allah sees everything, right? And the student did not know the translation of that, right? So he's asking his friend next to him, like, oh, help me out. He's like, what's the matter? He's like, translate this for me. He says, Inna Allah, indeed Allah. Inna Allah sami'un. Allah is all hearing. He writes down Allah is all hearing. Basirun, Allah is all seeing. Writes down Allah is all seeing. So he's cheating and he's writing down what Allah is doing. Allah is watching him. Allah is listening to everything that he does, right? And he's writing that down, right? Allah is all seeing. Allah is all watchful. Allah watches everything. And that's exactly what he's writing down in his translation, that Allah is watching. SubhanAllah. Irony. Look at the irony, right? He's trying to cheat, and the translation is that Allah's watching him, right? So again, we should be very careful. Again, if you don't know it, be honest, right? You don't know it. Move on to the next question. Again, I'm not going to fail you guys. We're not at the final exam. This test is for you guys to just be motivated and push very little. You see, I fit everything, all the content in one page. We're not even done the complete page yet, right? That's all we need to learn, and the vocabs, inshallah. So is that clear for everyone? Any questions?
Yes, Sheikh. Actually,
Yes.
a question irrelevant to this, but however is part of the Arabic, I would say.
Yeah.
Of course, there's no significant language to translate Arabic, first and foremost, which is understandable. However, when we say, okay, there are some words in the vocabulary, whatever may be the case, there's a translation of that word into any other language from Arabic. But how come all the imams and ulamas, that majority of them, when it comes to hadith and hadith, they never say hadith or hadith. They say hadith, and they don't say the way it's supposed to be. Because I know, it's like there's no translation per se. So why is it not pronounced the same way it's written in Arabic? Because everybody understands what hadith is. Hadith is just like, like a name. Usman is Usman, but it's not Uthman. TH. Why TH? And why TH in the both words?
That's the letter
I,
Tha.
I didn't fully understand your question. Sorry,
I
I'm
think
not.
he's talking about the pronunciation
Of the S.
but it's
Yes.
not S. It is
S or
actually
Sa.
Tha.
Tha. Yeah.
Tha.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So they
well,
pronounce it correctly. Hadith.
so what's your question? Are you trying to say people pronounce the Quran properly, but not the Hadith?
Well, the hadith word
The
itself.
The
The
word
word
hadith.
Hadith? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about it? People say Hadith, right?
Yeah. Why don't they say hadith instead? They say hadith.
I mean, it's a lack of education. I mean, it's like people saying, I was talking about this in my Qaida class just a couple of minutes ago, right? A lot of Bangladeshi people, they don't even know how to say Jazakallah khaira. They say Jazakallah, right? They say Jazakallah, right? It's incorrect. It's lack of knowledge, right? It's lack of tajweed, lack of knowledge. It should be hadith with the tha, but some people have a hard time. Even in Qaida class, a lot of people have the hard time pronouncing the letter tha. The letter tha. So I mean, they should pronounce it properly. It's important. But if they were to simply say the word hadith, are they sinful for that? No. But if they're gonna read the Quran and they're gonna change a word just because they don't know how to pronounce ta, then that's incorrect. The Quran, yes. Is that clear?
Almost.
I mean,
Okay.
if I don't fully understand the question,
Okay. Oh, sorry.
you'll be there for
No,
Jumu'ah
what I'm saying.
tomorrow.
Okay, inshallah. Yeah, we'll talk about tomorrow, inshallah.
So you're saying the word hadith, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, hadith should be pronounced with a tha.
So yeah, but the th it shouldn't be. What I'm saying is it's basically the becomes da. So
No, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. No. TH is actually the most equivalent. I want to say it's the most equivalent to English transliteration. TH. It's not always da because you say thank you. Thank you is da. It's TH.
right.
TH is not always da. So we have the word thank you. I'm sorry if you hear the cry at the back. Thank you is da. And it's spelled with TH. The is also TH. So yes, that's the closest transliteration. That's the closest transliteration. So you would say hadith with a HADEETH. That's the closest transliteration. If someone were to do with the S, you're butchering it then. That's wrong.
Well, that's how it's written in Arabic. That's what my issue is actually.
But
Basically.
where is it written like that?
I mean, a hadith, right? It's saw at the end. It's not it's not like. I guess we'll take it out tomorrow. I don't want to.
No, but wherever it is, every hadith, I'm like literal transliteration. Any hadith book you pick up, when they translate the word hadith, transliterate it, it's with a th. I've never seen it with an s in my life. I've never seen it with an s in my life.
That is my question. Why is it not s instead of th?
It's not going to be s because if it's an s, then it'll be hadith. It's not hadith with a sin.
No, of course not. But there's no. I mean, I'm just saying for the sa and sin is in Arabic. I see what you mean. Okay, so it's a similar pronunciation. However, like hadith and ahadith, it's I guess a slight pronunciation issue there. I guess
it's a big difference. It's a big difference in pronunciation. However, inshallah, if we could talk tomorrow after Jamal, could explain it much better.
Inshallah.
Barakallah khair. Any other questions for the people online? Anything else? Anyone wants to add something?
Brother, can you reduce this page? I can take a screenshot, please.
I will send it. You don't have to.
Okay.
Your screenshot is not going to be a perfect definition.
Okay,
I'll send you the actual PDF file, high definition, inshallah, so you guys can see everything.
Great,
all right, then, inshallah. I'll see everyone on Monday. Practice hard, inshallah. Any questions, ask on the WhatsApp group. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Barakallah feekum. Jazakumullah khair, everyone.
Wa alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah,